Hey, this is Chris from Guitar Me, and in today's guitar tip, we're going to be playing the 1, 4, and 5 triad chords in the key of E major. So what am I talking about when I say we're going to play the 1, 4, and 5 triads in the key of E major? Well, first of all, you need to understand what a triad is. A triad is in any major chord, we'll play E here. It's composed of a root, a third, and a fifth. So if I was going to play an E major triad, I would play E, G sharp, B right here. That is an E major triad. It's a root, third, and fifth. Any E major chord you play, I have this one, this one, this one. You know, there's a lot of different ones you can play on the guitar. When you play that, every time you're playing an E major chord, it's all composed of roots, thirds, and fifths. And in this case, it would be E, G sharp, and B. So this is your E major. There are 4 different types of triads. You have this is an E major triad. Then I flat the third to make it an E minor triad. Then I flat the fifth, I can make it an E diminished triad. And then if I play a major one and then raise the fifth, it turns into an E augmented triad. So they're the 4 different types of triads that we might be working with, but today we're not going to be. We're just playing the 1, 4, and 5 chord in the key of E major. Why don't we come in here and get in a little closer? I want you to be able to see the neck really well with the chart down below. So we're going to get in close and we're going to play our 1, 4, and 5 triads in the key of E, going up the neck using strings 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to do 2, 3, and 4 as well. It's going to be a lot of triads, but they're really essential to playing. To being a modern guitar player, you really need to be able to play your triads and have a good understanding of what they are. So this is just going to be one little guitar exercise that's going to help you do that. So first we're going to take a look at how to play your 1, 4, and 5 triads in E major going up strings 1, 2, and 3. So first we're going to start down here. We have this E major chord, a regular E major chord, which you're used to playing. So if we take a look at what we're playing just on strings 1, 2, and 3, you can see we're playing an E, an open B, and a G sharp. So that's going to be our first triad. And that's going to be a first inversion triad because it has the third in the bottom. So we have this E, and then we have A. Here's a regular A chord, but we're not going to play that. We're just going to play this. We're going to play this A, this C sharp, and E here on the strings 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to be our A. So we have E, A, then we're going to slide up here, and this is where we're going to play our B triad. We have a root, third, and fifth, or B, D sharp, F sharp. Here's where you would normally play a B chord. So if you were going to play, know the triads or be able to play them, it would be E, A, and B. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to move up a little higher on the neck. All right, so the next higher up triad, say higher meaning higher in pitch or going up the neck, we have this E right here, where it has the root, third, and the fifth. That's a second inversion triad because it has the fifth in the bottom. So we have E here. Then where can I play an A? I can play it right here, right? Because we have this A major chord here, A major bar chord. So I can play this here, the third, the fifth, and the root. Right there. So we have the 1 chord, E, then we have A. Now, when you're jamming, it's up to you whether you want to go up to B or down to B. I'm going to go up just so we keep playing ones that we haven't played. So it's kind of up to you. That's why it's good to know all of them. That way you can move around to wherever you want. So we have E, A, and we're going to slide up here to B. That's a B triad because here's where you play your B bar chord. So we have E, A, and then B. All right, let's go up a little further. We're going to go up here and we're going to play this E major root position triad. Right here is where you can play an E bar chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to play E like this. That's a root, third, and fifth. So that means that's a root position triad. So we have E. I think A, we're going to go up here. You could play an A bar chord like this. So we're going to play this A right here. That's a second inversion triad because it goes E, A, C sharp, or 5, 1, 3. And then B, we're going to play, we're going to slide up. We're going to go up here. And this one just feels like you're playing a D chord down here. So we have A, and then we have B right here because this is B on the 12th fret. So we're going to go E, A, B. Then if we go up higher, we're kind of repeating at this point. We're going to have E, A, and B up here, because that's what we had down here. That's what we started with. So that is all the different ways you can play E, A, and B, your 1, 4, and 5 chords on the first 3 strings. So what I would do is, if you have a looper, I would loop the chords and then solo over top of them. So understanding your triads here, it's not just about, oh, I can play rhythm, but to me, I use the triads, yes, for rhythm, but they're more for me seeing how I can solo over a chord progression. So if I'm playing over E, and this is my E chord, well, I already have, these are 3 great target notes. So then what I normally do is, I think of the triad, I will target one of the notes, and then I will use the major pentatonic, the E major pentatonic around that triad to create a lead. And then when it goes to the A, let's say the 4 chord, I visualize these 3 notes here, this triad, and then I'll use A major pentatonic to solo, over top of that A chord as it's going by. Yes, I can play the E major scale all day long, and it sounds just fine. And then maybe I would do that if I'm enjoying myself and I only wanted to, I don't want to think too much. I don't want to think about the chords. I just want to solo an E major. You can do that. You can solo over E major scale or the pentatonic. But man, is it a lot of fun when you know that A comes up and you can see an A triad, and then you can target the notes in the A triad, and then maybe even switch to A major pentatonic. It will sound much more like you're playing over the chords, and it kind of takes you from, I don't know, maybe a beginner, intermediate player, more into an advanced player if you're able to adjust over top of the chords so that you're targeting specific notes in that chord. Your playing will sound 10 times better than it does if you're not paying attention to what chord you're playing over. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look and go up strings 2, 3, and 4, playing these triads. If you like this guitar tip about triads and you'd like to learn more, I have 2 different triad courses over on my guitar learning platform called GuitarMe All Access. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to go over there and check it out. I have courses on triads and everything else you can think of in terms of what you need to be a decent guitar player. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, you want to really dive into those triads, head on over to GuitarMe All Access. So the first triad we're going to play is we're going to play this E major down here. On strings 1, 2, and 3, it was this. But now we're going to move over. We're going to take that E and move it over to the 4th string. And we're going to be playing E, G sharp, B. It's just, if you play an E major chord, it's just what we're playing on strings 2, 3, and 4. That's really all it is. The triads aren't complicated. They're actually pretty simple. It's just kind of getting used to playing them and understanding them. All right, so we have this. This is E, then the 4 chord is A. So it probably looks like I'm just playing an A chord, and I basically am. I'm just plucking or picking strings 2, 3, and 4 instead of all strings 1 through 5, or all 6 maybe. So you're just kind of isolating those strings 2, 3, and 4. And then for the 5 chord B, I'm just going to slide up. And then I'm just playing strings 2, 3, and 4 here. The bar chord's here. But I'm only playing just what's happening on 2, 3, and 4. So I could go. It's a very quick and easy, light way to play your 1, 4, and 5 in the key of E. All right, let's go up a little higher. The E major bar chord is right here. That's the full E major bar chord, but we're only playing this here. This has the G sharp in the bottom, the 3rd, so that's a first inversion triad. So we got E, then A is right here, so why not play that? Because we have our A bar chord. So we have E, A. Now I have a choice when I go to B. I can slide up to B right here, which I would probably do in real life, because to slide up, you don't really have to look at your guitar. You can't see my eyes right now, but I'm not looking at my guitar at all. So that's a real quick and easy way to get from 4 to 5, just sliding up 2 frets. But if I wanted to keep it maybe even a little closer, I could go E, A, and then B right here. I'm just using my first finger instead of switching back to this, because it's just quicker and easier. All right, so if we want to go up a little higher, I can go up here. Here's your E major bar chord up here. So I can play this. I can play it. A lot of times, I just play it either with this finger, that triad, because I want to do. I might want to do some fills in position 5 here for your pentatonic. Position 5 meaning the 5th pattern of pentatonic. I understand we're up here on the 9th fret. So don't freak out if you get upset about the word position. To me, I don't lock in the word position with where I'm at on the neck. A lot of people do, though. All right, so we have E here, or you can play it like that or like this. A lot of times I play it with this finger because that's how I'm used to holding the E major bar chord. So we have E here, and I'm going to go to this A right here. It's the same first inversion triad that we played for E down here, but now we're doing it up here for A. So we have E, A, and for B, I'm going to slide up and play B up here. I could have went E, A, and then B down here as well. There's no rules to this. You can use whatever you want. I'm just trying to show you how you can play 1, 4, and 5 in a bunch of different places, or E, A, B, a bunch of different places on strings 2, 3, and 4. All right, so that was E, A, B. And if we go up here, I'd play E here, E, A, and then I'd probably play B like this, like we did in the last example, because everything's so close and tight together. So you have 1, that's a 4 chord, 5 chord, and back to 1. And those are your triads, your 1, 4, and 5 triads in the key of E on strings 2, 3, and 4. Thanks for taking the time to check out this guitar tip. If you made it to the end of this video, then you're probably really interested in learning how to play guitar. And if that's the case, maybe subscribe to my channel. Down in the description, I'll put a link to the guitar YouTube, the playlist for all my guitar tips. You know, there's more than 25 there. You can go over there and kind of watch all my guitar tips. So thanks for watching. Think about subscribing. I'll see you in the next lesson.